Hi, welcome back to CoCrochet Tour, the Amigurumi designers interview series, and let's meet Katie from Hook by Katie today and look at her fantasies Amigurumi designs. If you don't know about the CoCrochet Tour 2021, it's the 12-month interview with 12 designers and get the special gift from them.
Hi, I'm Katie Brown from Hook by Katie. I design Amigurumi. You probably recognize Vincent over here in the corner, and mostly dragons, lots of mythical creatures, especially this year. And my website is www.hookbykatie.com. I've been crocheting for about 15 years. I started in college because my cousin and I decided I need something to do with my hands during big lectures. So he taught me how to knit and then how to crochet, and I've been on a roll ever since. Crochet is just addicting, especially stuffed animals. It's three-dimensional design, so it has exponential potential. You can do whatever you want with it and turn it into anything, and I love that about it. I love that I can just take a skein of yarn and turn it into a dragon and have a dragon then instead of a skein of yarn, and that's pretty awesome. I get a lot of my inspiration from trips to the zoo with my family and from video games that we all play, mythical creatures from games like Diablo and World of Warcraft, and from movies we watch, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, things like that. I like creating my own spin on characters and creatures rather than making trademarked animals. I just find a different way to bring them to life, all on my own. My happiest moment as an amigurumi designer has to be every single time somebody sends me a picture of a plushie that finished. I absolutely love getting them. I love seeing them on Facebook, and I love getting them in emails, and I'm actually working on putting them into a big old collage that covers one of my walls because it makes me so happy to see other people feel accomplished and feel happy after making something that I kind of had a tiny hand in. It's their artwork, but I get to be the paintbrush, and that's a really great feeling. The biggest struggle I face as a designer is time. I feel like I am never on time with anything. I feel like I'm right up to the edge of my deadlines with everything that I do. But it's worth it. It's worth it to be a little busy and a little slammed. It keeps me going, honestly. If I didn't have deadlines, I think I would twiddle my thumbs on a pattern for months and months instead of really push myself to get it out and to make it good. I think publishing designs was what I was supposed to do from the get-go. One of the first things that I made was a little tiny baby dragon that I just freehanded, and I made him for my son. And immediately I had people asking how I made him and if there was a pattern. And I wanted to give that to my friends. I wanted to do it because I couldn't keep up with what people wanted. I couldn't make 100 dragons, but I could teach people how to make the dragons, and then they would cover the earth and I would have a little bit of a hand in it. And so I got going based on that one little dragon pattern. I sent it to Happily Hooked magazine. They accepted it, and I was like, wow, this is a thing. So I just started sending things to magazines, and off I went. I don't particularly have a strategy for being a designer. The biggest strategy I guess I have is make what you love. Don't just make things that are popular. Don't make trademarked stuff just because you think it'll sell better than your own ideas. I can guarantee you your own ideas are more creative than an Avengers doll. You can do way more with your own imagination than you can trying to copy someone else's ideas. So that would be my biggest piece of advice is do what you love and make it yours. People will notice, and you want people to recognize that it's yours. They don't want to just see any old stuffed animal. They want to see it on Pinterest and without any information be able to say, oh, that belongs to Hook by Katie. I love her stuff. I'm going to go get that one. I promote on Pinterest. I like Pinterest. I was a Pinterest addict long ago. In fact, I'm a firm believer that everyone who got married before Pinterest should get a do-over because there were so many great ideas that we didn't get to have. But Pinterest is my number one drive for traffic, and then Facebook, and then Instagram. I like anything I can interact back with my audience, so Facebook is a big one for me in terms of social media. Beyond that, I just like to post pictures of things, so Pinterest makes perfect sense for me. I think success as a designer comes when you find your groove, when you figure out who you are and what you're supposed to make and how you're supposed to make it. And people begin to expect that of you. People expect larger, slightly more complicated patterns from me that are well written and full of pictures so that they can get it right and maybe make something that they didn't think they could before and be proud of that at the end. That's my goal. And so I try to make stuff that follows in that path. And I think your success is when you find that groove, and like I was saying, when people can pick up on you and find you without even needing to know that it was your pattern. They just know. That's what really drives your sales, truthfully. I'm not gonna say this is an easy career. It's a fun career. It's a rewarding career. Getting to use your creative energy makes it incredible and such a blast sometimes. But you know, your hands get sore, and there are nights when you go, I don't want to crochet, and that just feels wrong because it was your outlet. You just have to find the joy in it. You have to remember why you started. You have to set yourself achievable goals but lofty ones so that you're always pushing yourself to grow, and you just have to enjoy it still. If you don't enjoy it anymore, if work becomes a four-letter word again, you're doing it for the wrong reason. And so you have to always keep your reason in sight, keep why you started, what it was that brought you joy about Amigurumi in the first place, um, and go back to that. I go back to it every day. In fact, sitting on my desk is this little fellow because he reminds me that it's funny and to enjoy myself and to just be a goofball sometimes because this is ridiculous. A guinea pig unicorn, he's hilarious, but that's the sort of stuff that I have to remember sometimes, that like I did this for fun and that's why I'm supposed to be doing it.
If you like my video, please subscribe and turn on the bell. Thank you so much. Thank you, Katie, for the wonderful interview, and I hope you have learned a lot from her. If you love Katie's painting, just find the coupon to her shop in the description below.